Um, 25 and they have kids. That's about it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they're all that's I'm profiling our fan base here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Precious fucking nerd culture, and accuse them of hating women. Those people calling her a feminazi cunt.
Because it does sound like a lot of like pent up frustrated virgins. Necessarily made them proved her point, but that doesn't prove her point. No. Is beyond criticism, beyond reproach, right?
Well, yeah.
So you can't just say that simply arguing against this. You get into a dangerous territory where it doesn't automatically make you a misogynist.
I guess, yeah, no, of course not.
Easily avoided if the wording and phrasing of it was more careful, because it sounded like it was a generalization more towards the entire group rather than the minority.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Right? That can't possibly be true.
No.
Well, first of all, that was the end of my dynasty.
Problem in the universe. And I think the listeners who are more moderate, the ones who won that fan versus fan, the moderates, right? They know. Yeah. And the problems from that episode can be voted on, which I call shenanigans, I think,
What?
Dick. On the voting in the studio, in-studio voting, a little bit of shenanigans going on.
Why?
Well, you'll just have to listen and watch the episode to tune in and see, the listener. I don't want to give it away.
Why? Give me some kind of I don't know, give me some kind of clue, a hint. What you're talking about.
The decks may have been stacked. I'll just say that much.
The decks may have been stacked for whom? Me?
Well, I don't want to give it away, dickhead. We just
it's obviously not you if you're bringing it up, because you'd be fine if it was stacked for you. You would argue for it.
You don't know, Dick.
What are you giving away then?
I'm an honest person, Dick. If they're stacked in my favor, I'm going to call it out. I'm an honest person. Anyway, you guys watch the live episode, and the live episode, Dick, this new one, episode number 2. We have the YouTube studios in Culver City, actually, where we recorded the live episode. This is what he's known for. He makes music out of himself using little clips that he records, and then sequencing them so it sounds like music. Listen to this. This is kind of cool. He's using claps, guitars, cups in his apartment, blowing balloons, his air conditioner vents, a box, opening a can. Anyway, it's cool stuff. That's what he's known for. That's what the guy does.
I didn't know that. Please.
Wow. That guy's a fucking hater.
He is a hater. It's great.
The only thing I like about that is that nobody's beyond reproach. Like Asterios got a little bit shit on, which is great. We all get our turn. Right? People who want to show off about how smart they are use to sound smart.
But this guy's saying women. This guy's saying women are attracted to you for your mind, which you're displaying here.
They're attracted to my penis. That's what they're attracted to.
Okay, well.
Yeah. I drew a picture of my balls on my website a long time ago. I think that alone is probably responsible for 80% of the times I've gotten laid in my life.
Could be. You have to know, eating honey like a Winnie the Pooh does not cure seasonal allergies, right? You have to know. It's like a homeopathic cure 101. Eating natural honey is going to cure allergies. No, it's not. It's definitely not.
There was a study that was published on a bunch of different websites, BBC included, that they talked about how people who have peanut allergies, if you introduce peanut into their diets little by little in small enough doses, that they will eventually grow a tolerance to their peanut allergies.
So you're basing this on a peanut allergy study? We're talking about eating honey to cure hay fever.
Allergies, look.
All allergies are the same?
No, they're not all the same, but you can
That's racism,
exposure to
saying all allergies are the same. With hay fever, evidence is anecdotal. Researchers at the University of Connecticut found no evidence of honey's effectiveness in a study published in 2002. How about that? Does that mean anything?
No, Dick, because I read those studies. Like, look, a number of fans posted comments about that. And there was one guy in particular who posted a comment about how it's all smoke and mirrors and that's not a real thing. And you can't, the honey doesn't actually do anything, right?
Of course it can't.
No, that's not necessarily true. Because, look, the argument was that honey... Here, let me pull this up real quick. All right, Dick, I got a number of comments. This one's from Godfrey Edwin Gene Miller. He says, from the Telegraph article that I linked to on our website, he said, he quoted, he says, with hay fever, evidence is anecdotal. Researchers at the University of Connecticut found no evidence.
I just read that.
Yeah, okay.
I just read that.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So, well, I had a response, and I can't find it. But here's what I want to say.
What's your response then?
My
what do you want
response
to say?
So I read the study that he linked to, right? This guy linked to. And they tested something like 36 people, and they tested them over the course of a month or two. This is not something that happens over the course of a month or two. This is something that may occur over the course of a lifetime. If you have to increase your exposure to these to this pollen so that you build a tolerance to it.
You sound like a fucking homeopath. That's exactly what they say. Dick. That's the same thing as having crystals around. You got to surround yourself by these crystals.
Dick, if your body builds antibodies, that's how you deal with things. That's how you become immune to things. Is your body has antibodies in it, and it builds those antibodies. Yes, to pollen. Because if you have allergic reactions to something, like it's just like hot sauce. How do you think I'm able to eat so much hot sauce?
Should you have your arms broken all the time so by the time you're 30 you're invincible? You can walk around like the Man of Steel punching through brick walls?
No, that's an extreme. However, there is an example similar to that, Dick. People who practice martial arts, when they punch hard surfaces, what it does is it mashes down their bones and creates it denser.
Put on your Toms and go back to Whole Foods, you tool. I can't believe it. I can't believe I'm hearing this honey shit.
Dick, look, I'm not saying that it is for sure. I'm not discounting the possibility that this is hippie mumbo jumbo. However, it's inconclusive. The studies are inconclusive. They probably need to do more testing. And over time, your body builds a resistance to it.
Okay. It's just so all that shit is okay, but the honey thing doesn't apply.
They were saying that honey, the pollen in honey is different than the pollen in hay fever. That's true, but wind does blow. Like pollen is not sitting there in a bubble, you guys. It's blown around everywhere. If you ingest it, your body will grow tolerant to it, I believe.
You would know. You've done the research, concluding that it's not effective.
No, I can't conclude anything.
All right.
But I think that the research that they've done isn't enough. They probably need to conclude. Look, I don't know, man. Fucking, you fucking crybabies. Look, it may be a solution, maybe not. Fuck off. I don't care.
That's the closest thing I'm going to get to an I was wrong, isn't it?
Look, it's inconclusive. I'm not saying for sure that this is a solution. However, it may be.
Okay. You want to do problems now?
Yeah, let's get to the problems.
All right.
Let's get to the biggest problem in the universe, Dick. You know what the biggest problem is? Well, if you're overweight by 100 pounds, there's way more clothing options available for fit people. And we ziplined over waterfalls, and it was fucking cool as shit. I looked down, I saw monkeys. It was amazing.
I don't see why it's that cool.
I don't know. I did the longest one in the world at the time.
Okay.
Anyway, dude, I went inside.
It is boring.
No, it's not boring. You're basing it on a South Park episode.
Why do you keep saying that?
Because they had a whole South Park episode about how boring it is.
Because it disagrees with you? It's based on a fucking South Park episode? Why do you think I'm basing that on a South Park episode?
Because you watch South Park.
Do you honestly think I don't have an opinion about ziplining? Like, do you think that's not in the zeitgeist? Like, I had to take it off South Park?
Well, maybe you had a bad ziplining experience, but that doesn't mean... Look, we've hung out before, and sometimes we've had boring hangout experience. Doesn't mean I'm boring or you're boring. It just means that sometimes you may have had a bad experience. I think you probably had a bad experience. That doesn't mean ziplining as a whole. You're generalizing against zipliners. You're a zipline racist.
Yeah, it's not from South Park, you shithead.
Okay, but
you don't think like the reason they made that episode is because a lot of people have that experience? That it's boring? Ziplining, boring. Horseback riding, boring. Boat tours, boring. It's these stupid activities that sell themselves as exciting, and they're not.
It can be. It can be. So speaking of boat tours, I also...
And it was good because you saw monkeys, too.
Well, I saw a lot of things.
I
ziplined over a firewall. Like, I like to look down on animals I don't like, Dick.
Okay.
Look, I hate horses. Horses are coming in as a problem at some point, but I love riding horses. Is that a contradiction? No, because think about it. I'm on top of something I hate. I love it. Anyway, Dick. And I flipped off a shark. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've showed you the picture. Anyway, those are all the things you can't do. Now they're fit shaming. There's this mom who posted this picture on Facebook.
Was there a magic spell on that sheet? What happened?
No, there's a mom. I was looking for her name. I somehow didn't write it down, but I remember it's Maria Kang. Maria Kang, this mom, looking fit as fit as fuck, and then do it. Fine. But people like this can inspire you. If you see a Van Gogh painting or
oh, you can do it. Come on. Van Gogh, maybe Picasso,
Da Vinci.
Renoir,
I was thinking of Picasso.
Rembrandt, Da Vinci, also acceptable. Michelangelo, Donatello, Ninja Turtles. You can get them.
I got it, Dick.
Raphael.
That's not the point. If you see a great painting by a master, she did something. She did something, and she's trying to inspire people. Okay, wait. Let me back up here. I don't think it's that it's anyone's job to necessarily inspire people, but looking at that picture, the takeaway should be inspiration.
I guess.
That's their fucking job. That's the fantasy. Guys, when you go down the magazine aisle for men's interests, you look at sports cars and guns.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I agree.
Right?
Yes, I totally agree with you.
Yeah. To more people than most things I can think of today. Anyway, Dick. Yeah, she's hot. Increase how they look. They can increase how well they look, how well they appear to people.
Yeah.
Solid.
Okay. My problem is superbugs.
Superbugs.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that like
are?
Bugs Bunny takes a power pill? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, that's my problem. The episodes when Bugs Bunny would put that stupid outfit on. No, superbugs are when a microbe. Well, I'll tell you why it's a problem. So right now, okay. There's a lot of reasons they can come up. They can come up naturally.
Yeah.
But most of the time, they come up because people are not taking.
This girl says, that doesn't do anything. That doesn't do anything, and it's increasing the prevalence of superbugs. Where am I going to get soap and water? I just touched a disgusting pole. Everyone on this train is sniffling and sneezing. Yeah. Hate to shit on your problem, Dick. Well, not really, but you know why these bacteria become drug resistant? Drug resistant is because copper doorknobs in hospitals, and it greatly diminished the amount of bacterial infections because copper kills bacteria. It has antibacterial properties. Did you know that?
No. I knew it was antibacterial. I didn't know it killed them.
Yeah, it's well, that's why it works, is because if somebody has bacteria on their hands, they sneeze or whatever, they touch a copper door handle, it's going to kill the bacteria that's on their hands, and then that's it.
Seems like something we should be worried about to me.
Biologically?
Yeah.
Something like AIDS that had no solution to it. There's no evidence for consciousness. There's no evidence for a soul. Nobody sees the potential here. I'm the one who immediately sees the potential. That's why Facebook fucking bought it for billions of dollars. That's why Facebook bought it. They saw the potential in it. This is new technology that is going to revolutionize everything. That's the problem. Look, back to your problem, right? You're saying that superbugs are a problem.
Big problem.
You think it's a big problem? You don't think humans can overcome superbugs? We've overcome way bigger problems than that, my friend. We've overcome. I do believe. Look at our lifespan. How much it's increased in just under a century. In just over a couple of centuries, we've gone from our mortality rate being around the age 30, our life expectancy rather, being around the age 30. The era of Gauss. You know Gauss, the mathematician?
Yeah.
I think he died at the age of 35. It may have been because of a duel, but but a lot of people died around that age. The mortality rate was a lot lower because or may have been Euler. But anyway,
wait, Euler is like BC, bro.
Euler is not BC.
He's way far back.
You're thinking of Euclid. Euclid was BC. Euclid may have been BC actually, but Euler was not. Euler was around Newton's time, I believe.
I don't know. I don't have a math degree.
Yeah.
Oh wait, neither do you.
I was waiting for it, dickhead. Look, man, our life expectancy has increased dramatically. We've more than doubled our life expectancy, Dick. What makes you think that it's ever going to hit an upper limit? What is even, again, and then I come back to this philosophical argument, what is cognizance? What is life? Like, do we need our bodies?
Why do you come back to that weird argument?
Because I don't think that mortality is a thing we can't overcome. I think we can be immortal. There's no reason why we can't.
Yeah, there is, because all that shit, that Oculus Rift shit and all these things that are going to make you immortal, they're all being made in China. Yeah. None of it's going to work. Okay. You're going to get this garbage to hook you up into the big computer singularity internet thing, and it's not going to work.
You know what you sound like, Dick? You sound like Thomas Malthus. Do you know who Malthus is?
Yeah, he was a super spy.
Nope.
For England. He had a gigantic penis, I think. Is that the guy you're talking about?
Nope. This is from Wikipedia, I believe. The Reverend Thomas Robert Malthus was an English cleric and scholar, influential in the fields of politics, economy, and demography. Malthus himself was used only... okay, whatever. Hey, he's this guy who believed that Earth has limited resources, a limited capacity to produce agriculture, and that humanity is going to exceed that capacity and then start dying off. He made that prediction that we would start dying off, I think, around the 1800s or something like that. Some absurd prediction.
How the fuck do I sound like that?
Because
I'm just saying people don't make computers that work because everyone's a little bit incompetent.
Libertarian agenda. That's what this is.
How is that a libertarian agenda?
Because I have
people
a friend.
Are incompetent.
I have a friend who's a staunch libertarian, and he believes this exact same thing, and he cannot wait for more automated checkout systems because he says the exact same thing you do. He says people are incompetent, so let's replace them all with robots and machines. But guess what, dickhead? They're built by the same incompetent people who are building everything else. That's not a solution to anything.
I don't even know where to start. Let's start with generalizing libertarians for saying people are incompetent. Have you ever been to a fucking drive-thru? You think people are competent?
Sometimes, Dick, you're generalizing all people. I'm saying that sometimes people are competent. Sometimes ziplining is fun.
Yeah, you got a real low definition of fun. Yeah. If you think ziplining's fun.
I had a great experience. I can show you the video. My video looks fun.
Like, it's kind of fun. I like doing something with my family, but like riding around on a tightrope through trees, through a bunch of tree forts that were built by like that are so safe and structured, it barely feels like you're in the jungle.
Dick, there was a 500-foot drop to my death below the zip line that I went across, this cavern. I went across this giant ravine. That was exciting. I had a very real brush with death with ziplining. Yeah, you could
brush with death.
That line could fall. That line could tear. Something could happen. I don't know, man.
Nothing's gonna happen. You're in a safety harness that gets used all day, every day. When you go on a roller coaster, are you like, I'm this might be the end. I better sign off my will.
Now,
I better give all my soup to my next of kin.
Now there are ziplining You asked.
Do you have a contingency plan for your website if something were to happen to you?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What's gonna happen to make sure your website stays up after you're gone?
Oh, I imagine some wealthy benefactor will continue hosting it and pay for the
how?
hosting.
How? They gotta have the ability to fund this account.
What's like $10 a month, $100 a month, whatever, just for the host? Well, no, the hosting itself through all the different. Yeah, it's like $500-$600 a month. Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's got to be set up.
Yeah, someone will do it. Someone will take care of it.
Okay,
it'll be taken care of. I'll make sure my website runs, buddy. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
My website's gonna be, and I'm not planning on dying. I think that mortality can be overcome.
What were we talking about?
Superbugs.
No, it was something else. What were we talking about before the ziplining?
The fallacy.
Oh, the libertarian
the fallibility
thing.
Of man. Yeah, the fallibility of man.
Yeah, I can't believe you don't think that. But like, have you seen drivers?
Yeah.
The way people drive?
Yeah, Dick,
incompetent.
No, 99% safe. Far more people, billions of people drive every day, Dick, and there are far fewer accidents than non-accidents.
So you're saying people are great drivers?
For the most part, yeah.
Okay.
For the most part, people, I mean, if you define a great driver as somebody who doesn't die, sure. But I have a much more stringent definition of a great driver, and it's me.
I define great drivers as somebody who's not sitting in the passing lane while somebody's tailing them by 10 feet.
Well, sure, but that's America. Go to Europe. They're great drivers over there. They adhere to the unspoken rules, the laws of the land, where they move over to the right, they move the fuck over and let people who are going faster pass them. Look, man, people aren't dying left and right driving. Yeah, a lot of fatalities occur, but it's relatively few compared to the total number of people who die. Yeah, same thing with guns, Dick. That's the argument against gun control. They're saying, oh, well, there are all these fatalities with guns, but guess what? Way more responsible gun owners exist, don't they? Yep. Way more competent people exist, don't they? way. I believe that people. I do believe that people are eventually going to overcome most problems, including these superbugs, including whatever hurricanes or whatever bullshit you want to talk about. People will overcome, man.
Well, that's my problem. You gonna do some more voicemails?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I got a really funny. I'll just do this one.
Whoa, Maddox.
Our outfits for the live show.
Yeah.
He says, hey,
Yeah, and a porno of a guy getting laid. Take the hint, dude.
wait, what?
Yeah, the guy wearing that jacket in the porno is getting laid.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Foundation.
Well, it's the second. Wikipedia's first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, morbidity or diabetes or something by